just because you're successful in business, it really does not mean you're going to be happy. Just because you've got money, it doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. I can say this with complete conviction because I've experienced both these things. I'm a multiple business owner. I've owned businesses in construction, electrical, and a recording studio, and now I own a successful online coaching business. And there's always been one common theme that I've noticed, and now I'm seeing it in my high-performing clients that I'm working with on their fitness and their mindset. Whenever I have been locked into my personal development routine and been working on my health, working on my fitness, in really good shape, high frequency, my business has always flourished. Whether that be construction, the electrical, or the recording studio business, it was always the same. And the reason for this is when you're locked in to your personal development and you're going all in on your health and your fitness, that stuff not only flows into the business, so obviously you need to be disciplined in business. You need the clarity that comes from being in shape and being lean and being strong to make better decisions inside your business. You need the habits. So if you're waking up at random times, you're fueling your body with garbage, it's gonna show in your business. What I've found from owning businesses in multiple different sectors is you can't operate a business to its full potential when you aren't operating to your full potential. So I'll use an example from 2022. I just got back from an overseas holiday. I was in Mexico for 4 months. I was in the UK for a couple of months, and I was in Amsterdam and Croatia. It was back when COVID lockdowns had like the second wave of lockdowns, and I just thought, I'm getting out of here. I got a lawyer, and I had to get a travel exemption. If you remember what it was like in Australia, you know how ridiculous it was, and I wasn't having any of it. So yeah, long story short, I took off, went traveling. I was an equal partner in a really successful construction business with my brother. We managed to grow that to touching 7 figures of annual revenue in 3 years that we had it, but I wasn't really passionate about it. I wasn't really getting a lot of fulfillment towards the end. So yeah, I left, went traveling. And while I was traveling, I came across a business idea which was in my interest at the time. Like, I used to be a music producer and a DJ. So I came home, and me and my brother were going to start a recording studio business with DJ rooms, podcast rooms, photography studio, which is now running, and music production studio as well. So I got home. I was really not in great shape. I had a girlfriend at the time. I'd let myself go completely. And drinking beers every day on the beach in Mexico definitely didn't help. And the Mexican food didn't help either. But yeah, I got home. We were pretty keen on the idea. I was out of shape, and I really just had no motivation. I had no clarity about how it was all going to work, and we sort of put it on the back burner. It was at that same time that I decided I was going to get a coach, and I wanted to finally get in the shape that I'd always wanted to be in. I'd always been, I don't know, I really had no idea. I had no idea about calories, no idea about macros, like no idea about gym, really. I'd been training for 10 years, but I hadn't had any structure or anyone telling me exactly what to do, like the right way. Anyway, got a coach. Fast forward 12 weeks. I'll post my transformation here on the screen. So on the left was me when I had got back from the long stint overseas, and I didn't have the clarity and stuff to start this business. And then 12 weeks later, after working with a coach, this was me here. So as you can see, the physical change was massive, but the best changes for me was I had way more confidence. I had a fucking stupidly high frequency. I believed that I could achieve anything I wanted. And because of this, I started the business. Me and my brother started it. We found a place. We've completely renovated ourselves, me and my brother and my dad. And yeah, because I had this newfound belief that anything really was possible, we not only got the business going, but in the year following, we grew it to, a substantial amount of success. And yeah, that was only possible because I locked in, I started working with my coach, I got in great shape, and the mental benefits, like I spoke about, the clarity and the self-belief, it fixes your self-image. It was just like night and day. And then it's 2026 now. So yeah, when we started that was like 4 years ago. Since then, I've gone through periods of being in shape, being out of shape, being depressed, being high frequency, feeling good. And I've just sort of gone in ebbs and flows. And last year in August, I got back from another overseas holiday. Obviously, I've always been chasing freedom. So I got back in August. That same business got robbed. I was at an absolute low point, and I decided again that this is it. I know what I need to do. So I hired another coach, and I got in the best shape of my life, and I'm still in the best shape of my life now. And what I want to teach you guys is it doesn't matter if you're successful right now in business. I'm working with guys that have made millions. I'm working with a new client I signed the other day. He has exited a big solar company for $8 million. I'm working with a client who has a number of businesses. He's making $600,000 a month. And yeah, he said to me, the money is not an issue. I'm successful on paper, but I'm not showing up how I want as a father. I'm not showing up how I want as a husband. I can't make decisions in my business. My clarity's not there. He struggles really badly with brain fog, and he relies on caffeine to get him through the day. Some days he's having 10 coffees a day. And since working with me, we've dialed in his routines, his daily habits, and his physique is getting a lot better. And he just can't believe the difference that it makes. He described it to me as flicking a switch that he never knew was even there. And since we started 4 weeks ago, he's already seeing massive changes in his business. He's able to lead better. And then because he's able to lead better and the business operates better, he gets home and he's not stressed out as much anymore. There's obviously a little bit of stress that comes from operating and owning a business that's doing that much money, $600K a month. But he said, it's like chalk and cheese. From before he started working on himself to now, when he's been working on himself for the last 4 weeks. So if you are a business owner, if you're successful on paper, but you know there's something missing, you need to lock in on your fitness. It's as simple as that. Because when you're the guy that's in charge of your business, that's in charge of your family, you need to be the leader. You need to lead by example, and you need to have the clarity of mind to make decisions for your business. And I'm telling you now, number one, I won't mention his name, that I'm working with, that's doing $600K a month. The changes he's seen already, just with the clarity and the brain fog's gone, this is only the beginning. Like, he's going to go from $600K a month to $1 million a month, which is his goal for this year. He wants to hit it by December. I told him, you will hit this by July if you keep doing what I'm telling you to do. So yeah, if you want to achieve more success in your business, be better in your relationships as a dad or as a boyfriend or as a husband, as a brother, as a son, anything, put yourself first, fill your own cup, and that will flow on into your business. It'll flow on into your other areas of your life, your relationships, and you'll finally feel complete and whole. Obviously, it's a never-ending thing of working on ourselves. We can always be better, but I'm telling you now, you will feel so much better, and everything that I mentioned will just start going so much better for you. So yeah, hope this helps. You can drop me a follow on Instagram below, and I speak about this stuff a lot. I'm very active on Instagram. And if you got any questions, if you want to ask me anything about this video, about anything, just send me a DM, and I'm always very responsive. And hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.